Hello everyone, welcome to ODST Halo Guide. It's me, Perplexality here, and right now we're going to look at some CTF gameplay, but this time it is offense. So we're going to be essentially breaking down what it takes to either harass your enemies or get the flag. And there's a few different ways to play offense, even though you may think that it's just offense or just one. You actually, there are certain players who will actually carry the flag, and then there are those that will kill the people around them. Personally, what I do is I'll sit in their base and I'll kind of control their spawn. Now, before I do any of this, I'm just going to go ahead and show you how we set up the game. First, I analyze where I'm needed. So I play defense just to make sure our defense can handle the offense that is coming at us. And if we determine that they can handle it without me, then I will move into offense. So right now you see I'm just playing it safe. Kind of going around, putting shots into everyone. I'm just going to go ahead and generally camp, stay out of the way, and just basically keep people out of here. You know, throw grenades, do whatever I have to do. Okay. So, before we go into offense, we want to focus on different things. Now, first, especially with a drift, you need to know your map and how to get to the flag. With a drift, there are 5 entrances into the enemy's base. There's one in the top tunnel, which I'm currently defending, both the lifts, and then both the doorways that go to where the lifts land. Therefore, you have to be able to control those equally when you're playing defense, and you have to be able to attack any of those when you're playing offense. You know, see right here, I use my radar to pretty much tell where everyone is, then I set up in front of the doorway, and I kill them. When you're playing offense, you have to figure out where the enemies are looking, and then move to the doorway that's not in their line of sight or where they're protecting. So you'll notice that we also have to move around basically where the enemies are and are not looking, and then coordinate with our teammates. Teammates are the second thing. If, just for example on defense, if you and your teammate are both watching the only 2 entrances into a base, then it's covered. If you guys coordinate, you spread up the work that would normally be put on one person into 2 people. Likewise, on offense, both of you guys have to be concentrated on a like goal. Now, one person could be distracting while another person is playing offense, or it could be where both of you are attacking together. Usually attacking together is what you do unless you're just getting too many people that are defending one area, and it'd be a lot better to go flank or something like that. And generally, staying alive for both sides is what you want to do. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Notice, I use that advantages that we talked about. I use my DMR to kind of keep a nice range buffer where I can't die. I can control the scenario of people attacking me from a decent range away as long as I don't miss shots. And I can kind of control the situation without the risk of death. You know, I'm staying away from a lot of people. I don't have to melee, don't have to go through suicide grenades like a lot of people do when they get really close.
Enemy flank.
I'm able pretty much just to harass and control areas from a long range away without having to chase people. So I'm using the advantage. Now, pretty much we've decided that it's safe to go offense. So a lot of people are going to go scout now. So I waited for my group of people. We have 3 people rushing into the top tunnel. And generally that's where a lot of people's defense is weakest on a drift. You have to play the games to know exactly where everyone is weak and strong on their games. And different teams will vary. This team particularly just was very weak defending the upper tunnel. So basically, once you get into the base, the problem that a lot of teams do is they get into the base and then they kind of just leave as soon as the flag is gone, which sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad. You get more protection for the flag on one hand, but you lose map control on the other. So you have to make sure which one you care about most. If you're pretty sure the flag can get there on their own, then worry about map control. But if you're pretty sure that you won't be able to hold the map anyways, then go with the flag. Or if you're just pretty sure the flag will die, go with the flag and make sure they do not die, because the flag is a priority, especially in offense. So right now I'm just cleaning up people out of our base. And essentially just getting rid of all the infestation. You don't want to have anyone up in your base, because what happens is they'll kill you off the spawn, or they'll prevent you from being able to spawn in there, and then you can't put a flag in, and they're a lot easier to grab your flag. So I'm back on defense again for just a little while, and basically just killing people and slaying and putting shots into them. It's a lot harder for people to do things if they're no shield or dead. That's just fact. So I'm making sure I'm killing as many people as possible and getting rid of as many people as possible, at least eliminating from a fight. If you lower someone down to no shield, they aren't going to pop back out and shoot. That'd just be stupid. And if they do, then you have a free kill. So you can get them out of your hair, at least temporarily, if you go and put some shots into them. And basically what I'm doing is I'm waiting here for reinforcements to come, and I'm kind of just holding my ground. You don't want to attack people when it's unnecessary when you're going offense. You want people to generally remain unaware of your presence. And then, when it is necessary for them to know about your presence, you will go in and enter. See right here, I know not to fight right now. It's not worth it. I don't want them to know where I am and be able to fight me because I'm no shield. Whenever I get full shield again, I'm up for some more fights. I'm up for another DMR battle. Like right here, now that I have full shield, I'll go ahead and get this guy who's trying to come and sort of flank us. But I'm not going to push unless I know I can hold it. Because basically all you're trying to do is you're trying to push as far into their base as possible. The closer you get to their spawn, the more harassed they are. You want to frequently harass the enemy. You want to be putting shots into them the moment they spawn. You want them to be worried to enter their base. So basically what I do is I hold the base of the enemy. See right here, I'm just going to hold it. I run back up when I'm no shield. I run back. I'm not going to go out and charge and just go straight into their base. And I'm not even going to really charge at all when I have full shield, unless it's necessary. I'm just going to hold this base. I'm not going to push so far in that I'm guaranteed to lose control. But I'm at least harassing them. And we have a firm foothold inside of their base, which is quite an accomplishment. If you can get it with you and maybe one other person, you can pretty much control a whole section of the map as long as you play it right. Which is not pushing in too much, making sure you have good ammo supply, and generally not pushing them too far. Even if you are surrounding them, you want to make sure they have one opening that can't be attacked, or so that they have a chance to escape. Because if they all attack you continuously, eventually you're going to die. But if they can at least escape, or just some of them, then you're not going to have them all piling up, and it's a lot easier to control their numbers. 2 people could easily control 4 and let the 5th one go free, and then the other 3 people can handle the one guy with the other 3 people that are playing defense. So you see, I'm just going to sit up here, maintain top control, put a bunch of shots, and basically not let them control their base. It's not a contest to see who gets the most kills, and I don't even really want to kill them. I just want to keep them away. I will kill them if they give me the opportunity, but I'm not going to press it. I'm not going to go and fully charge it. See, backing up, don't let them kill you. That's the most important thing. And just run away. Now I'm out of ammo, so I'm going to retreat back to a more stable position because I can't fight anyone like that. And with just a bolt shot, it'd be a lot harder. So I'm going to retreat until I can get another advantage of more ammo, which I just get. So I'm going to go back to chase the flag. And the whole point of my part in this game, this isn't how you play offense all the time, but it's to prevent them from being able to play defense. It's not really to play offense. You're just harassing them. Like, I know they're going to get that flag cap, but I might as well just make it hard for them. Like, make them annoyed. Because if you make enemies annoyed, that's when they start making mistakes. And you want to be able to generally control your enemy and do what you want with them. So if you want them to be suppressed and in their base, you can hold them there, and you can't, and then they won't be able to get out. So generally just making them all weak and scared to go out, like I'm doing right here, is pretty effective in just controlling the crowd and annoying them. See, they're not all just gonna press out and attack if they're all weak and they can't even get out of their base. So again, it's is just kind of imposing your will on the enemy. That's my whole job. My job in this CTF game is not actually to go flag caps. Now I will, and I always try to pertain to the flag, but my primary goal is to make it where they can't stop our flag caps, where they can't, you know, defend against us. So, you see right here, I'm just kind of waiting for until I get some more ammo. And as soon as I do, I'm just going to go ahead and collect up, and then I'm going to run back to their base and cause more damage. And again, you don't want to die. It's not about getting kills. If you can get 3 people no shield and not die, it's a lot better than killing one guy and dying. If you can just get one guy no shield and not die, it's a lot better than getting 1 kill and dying. Even if you don't end up getting the kill when you go no shield, it's way more important. You just want to make sure you're able to control how they move around the map. Now, the best way to do this is to get the higher ground, I find. Higher ground is always advantageous, because that's usually not where they're looking. Like, see, that guy is up on the box. That's usually not where the enemy is looking. It's a lot easier to kind of control them and manipulate them. So, you always want to make sure you get the higher ground. So, the upper level is important to control. You don't have to push it, but I find their defense is usually weakest there, and when you control that, it's a lot easier to run away and kind of, you know, manipulate it. So again, I'm kind of staying back. I'm just harassing them, keeping them focused on that doorway. Nothing important. Sometimes what you can do is you can have people that just focus on harassing people and keeping them focused on a doorway, and then someone can come up behind and flank them, and then pretty much you have everyone dead. And you know, I'll just sit back, I'll wait for reinforcements, and then boom, I'll go again. The important thing is to not die, because they won't press forward as long as you're alive. I say I'm almost like an extension of defense. I'm just preventing them from being able to attack our flag. I'm preventing them from being able to play defense. So I'm just more of an inhibitor. I don't allow them to get away with certain things. Yeah. And you see I just picked up the battle rifle. When you're living as long as I do, you'll notice I'm on the rampage, I believe, right now. Untouchable, yeah. And when you're going as long as 25 kills without dying, you have to take foreign ammunition, especially if they do not carry DMRs on them. You have to take in a battle rifle, or sometimes I've even had to take assault rifles, which I don't prefer, but I will use that instead of just an empty DMR, or just a pistol, because it is more powerful. And then, you know, as I run out of ammo on that, I will eventually gain more DMR ammo. So, generally, again, just staying alive, don't put yourself in too much risk. You saw how I kind of sat there, I stayed out of the way. I wasn't going for a triple kill, I didn't push it, but I stayed in a nice, secure, safe location that allowed me to be able to control the map. Sometimes, the only time I will actually risk myself is if I'm going for that overkill or killtacular. And even then, that's not the best thing to do for strategy, but I really want the get back, so I do it. Flag reset. And then just notice how it gets a lot easier to attack if they're not always focused on just you. So, you know, you're able to kind of get in the base and control it a lot easier, like how we are. Now you notice we've got the 4 caps, we've almost got the 5th one in, so we're getting close to the end of the game. So what I urge everyone to do, focus on CTF, is get a guy that's really just focused on annoying the enemy as much as possible, and it will allow you to kind of prevent them. They won't be as strong, they'll be more clustered, and you just don't want to back out when you get the flag, because what a lot of people do is they'll back out when they make the flag cap, and then what'll happen is they'll lose all the map control. Have 1 or 2 guys focus on maintaining map control, and I guarantee it'll go a lot further and you'll be able to play a lot better. So this has been Offense on CTF with ODST Halo Guide. Thanks for watching, comment, rate, and subscribe.